Milla Jovovich, the action star best known for her role as Alice in the long-running Resident Evil franchise, recently marked her 50th birthday and has been taking time to reflect deeply on what this new decade means for her personally and professionally. Turning 50 has prompted a period of introspection for the actress, producer and mother of three, as she navigates significant life changes while continuing to take on ambitious projects. "I'm still figuring it out, to be honest," Jovovich shared candidly. "The milestone has brought a wave of changes, particularly as a woman entering this phase of life." She mentioned dealing with perimenopause, which has brought mood swings and other physical and emotional adjustments. Compounding that were the demands of her latest film, Protector, an action-packed project where she not only starred but also served as a producer. The movie required intense physical effort, and Jovovich was heavily involved in editing and even scoring aspects of it, making the entire process all-consuming. In Protector, Jovovich plays a military veteran on a mission to rescue her teenage daughter from sex traffickers. The role demanded both emotional depth and high-octane action sequences, mirroring many of the tough, resilient characters she has portrayed throughout her career. Producing the film added layers of responsibility, from creative decisions to logistical challenges, keeping her immersed in work during what could have been a more reflective time around her birthday. Beyond her career, Jovovich's life is centered around her family. She and her husband, director Paul W. S. Anderson, whom she met on the set of the first Resident Evil film in 2002, have built a life together through 6 movies in that zombie apocalypse series. They share 3 children, Ever, now 18, Dashiell, 15, and Ashen, who is 6. Motherhood has been a defining part of Jovovich's identity for many years, shaping her priorities and daily routines. "So we'll see," she mused about the future. "There's a lot that I have to deal with on a personal level and take care of. My youngest is 6 and I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm kind of going back to like, who is Milla now, outside of being a mother, outside of being an actress? What is the future?" I think it's a lot to take on. The question of self-identity outside of her roles as parent and performer has become more prominent since her birthday. For the first time in a while, she's begun considering her place in the world beyond those primary identities. "Really, since my birthday has been the only time that I've sort of even begun to think about myself as a human and where do I belong in the world outside of motherhood, outside of being an actor," she explained. It's a profound shift for someone who has been in the public eye since her teenage years, starting as a model and transitioning into acting with roles in films like The Fifth Element, where she played the iconic Lilu. When she does carve out moments for herself, Jovovich turns to wellness practices. She enjoys working out, stretching, and breathwork routines that help her stay grounded amid a hectic schedule. These activities provide a counterbalance to the high-energy demands of filmmaking and family life. Looking ahead, Jovovich has more projects on the horizon, including the horror film Twilight of the Dead and the action thriller Midnight. But after the intense experience of Protector, which she described as a big challenge, she's craving a period of rest. "I honestly would love to just take a little break and refill," she said when asked about dream roles or future ambitions. She emphasized the importance of stillness after periods of constant creation. "I've always talked about the fact that when you go and you create, there has to be a time of just stillness where you need to kind of get bored and not do anything and refill your inspiration well. Balancing work and home life remains a constant juggling act. I don't really spend my time thinking about like, what's my dream role? I have 3 kids and a home to keep organized, and it's hard to balance work and life," she added with a laugh. At this stage, her choices are guided by what truly resonates rather than chasing specific fantasies. Protector represents her latest effort to blend action, emotion, and personal investment in storytelling. Releasing soon in theaters, it showcases her continued commitment to powerful female-led narratives. As she steps into her 50s, Jovovich appears poised for a chapter defined by self-discovery, intentional pauses, and whatever opportunities feel authentic amid the beautiful chaos of family, career, and personal growth.